Jay Skylander.
I got dreams, Louis V and iced out wrist. She said she love me, man I do not trust that bitch. I can't stop until I get that barrel quick. I want it all until that nigga I can quit. I got dreams, Louis V, iced out wrist. She said she love me, man I do not trust that bitch. I can't stop until I get that barrel quick. I want it all till that nigga I can quit. Been dreaming about this money since the J.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Jay with your reaction today. Shit, I normally say motivation today, but no, most of y'all don't know me. I am new to this. This is my first ever video. I've done some test run videos and deleted them to test the equipment. But I'm here. What this channel is gonna be about is constantly reacting to the rise of artists, rise and fame of artists, and we use other people's content, right, to basically go do the rise and falls of people, right? So, because your boy is an aspiring musician, I'm trying to make it in the music industry, and sometimes you gotta learn from history to get better. So welcome to the channel. This is the first reaction video, and hopefully I stay consistent enough to release a bunch of videos for everybody's consumption. Alright, let's get to it. We talking about Dominic Fike here. He's a pretty good guy. He came for me, like, I heard a couple of his songs, you feel me, and saw him on the Euphoria, so we want to see how he came up. This video, the original video, is from Matty Balls.
In 2018, labels began a bidding war for an artist by the name of Dominic Fike, and he eventually ended up signing with
Goddamn, yeah, Matty Balls. Because I watch Matty Balls. He does really good videos, so link in the bio. Alright, let's watch. Let's start all the way from the beginning.
In 2018, labels began a bidding war for an artist by the name of Dominic Fike, and he eventually ended up signing with Columbia Records for a reported $4 million. Typically, when labels start bidding wars for artists, they have a lot of buzz or a major hit, but Dominic had none of that. After signing, people began looking into him just to find out that he had no music.
Yo, that is crazy. Like, you don't have no viral music, you don't have nothing out, but these record labels looking for you. Like, how? Bruh. Like, bruh, God bless me with that too. We're not gonna lie, I need to put in some work for my music stuff, because I do be releasing on Spotify, Apple Music, blah blah blah, but I don't promote. Like, promotion is weird for me. But that's crazy. They were looking for him.
It was so strange that not only was he accused of being an industry plant, but as Rolling Stone said, it was as if the label had thrown a reported $4 million to a ghost. So was Dominic Fike really a ghost, or was there more to the story? Well, today we're going to check out how Dominic Fike got a $4 million deal with no music.
Okay.
It's 1995 in Naples, Florida, and Dominic Fike is born to parents who were regularly out of his life. His mother was a single mother who was in and out of jail for drug-related issues, and he said, "Most of the male figures in my life were really shitty. People that I was supposed to call dad, they were really shitty to her, to us." Because of this, Dominic and his siblings were nearly homeless, moving around from place to place. They would stay with his older brother, relatives, or friends of their parents. One person Dominic lived with was, as he described, a super crackhead, and when his mom sent them money for school and stuff, she would spend it on drugs. His early life was filled with a ton of struggle, many of which was caused by drugs, but Dominic still persevered. He took up an interest in music at a young age, and when his dad was around, he taught Dominic and his siblings the guitar. They would even make music on GarageBand and make videos together, but the musical interest his dad instilled in him never left. Dominic continued.
That's crazy. Like, I have a kid, you feel me, and I'm a musician, like, wanted to make it in the industry, right, because I'm still pretty young, 25, but man, I really hope my son picks my interest. Like, I'm not gonna force it on him. Yeah, he's still a baby, he's still a kid, so he has time to make his own life decisions. But I pray he gets musically inclined so I can push him, because I feel like, I don't know, for some weird reason, I feel like I could push people better than I could push myself. You feel me? Like, because I promise you, like, sometimes I wish there was two of me. Like, one of me recording and wanted me like doing the music and stuff, like, bro, that would be awesome, because I know I have a vision of how I want to execute stuff, and I'm willing to I'm willing to learn, you feel me, about stuff. But here's the case, like, bro, I cannot record myself. Like, bro, ain't nobody wants his music video to look like a freaking selfie. So that's where I get stuck, you know. And even though I try to ask people for help, it gets weird. So hopefully he picks it up and we can really help him. But for me, I'm gonna start doing this YouTube stuff, start trying to get some stuff together, you feel me? We're gonna get it working.
Learning guitar with the help of YouTube tutorials when he was 10 years old, and he kept getting better. Because of their upbringing and financial situation though, Dominic never thought that music would be what he would do for a living. He thought that it was much more likely that he would end up in the military. At one point, Dominic even had to sell his guitar just to afford food. So to get away from all of the struggle and the troubles at home, he would go off with his friends, smoking weed and making music.
I think the thing that got me through my teenage years was like the studio and the community that I found in music in this very small town.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 or 6 kids were making music, and I kind of like, you know, rounded them up, and we kind of created this movement. I think.
P.S. Right? I know I'm not in a place to talk about making it in the music industry, but one thing I noticed, right? For the most part, if you really want to focus on this music industry thing and make it work, you gotta find like-minded people whose minds is in like, yo, we finna make this music stuff work. You feel me? Because people be talking, people be, you see a dreamer dreaming optimistic about the dream, right? They be talking like, oh, we got your back. But like, are these people passionate to help you to get where you have to be? So like, low key though, if you're really trying to make this music stuff, find other rappers, find other videographers and cinematographers, and then add them together and then come as a collective. Because low key though, when y'all getting that bag, you can split it big, bro. You can go from making regular 50K a year to making fucking 10 million a year. And, you split it with your team, you feel me? Because, like, y'all all did your part, bro. It's an organization thing. Even independent artists, that's why they have managers. That's why they have all this stuff to set them up, for success. So that's the thing. Us young musicians, don't think you can do it all on your own. Some people get lucky. Don't get me wrong. Post one video, goes viral, and that's it. But those are 1 in a million chances. And you just want to make sure you're not breaking your heart before you even get the chance to make it. So, yeah, get you a team, my young dreamers. Get you a team.
Because I was like homeless a lot of the time, and I think what got me through that was just my friends in music.
Dominic began releasing music in the early 2010s and formed a rap collective with his friends called Backhouse. His brother Sean, who went by the
Hey, babe. Recording the video. Alright guys, we back. Yeah, sorry, I had to handle some stuff. Your boy has a son and a wife, so responsibility first. Well, let's go.
His brother Sean, who went by the name Slight, was also a member of this group. His first song that he ever posted on YouTube was a song called Not a Word with Slight, and it really captures his older style of rap very well. Not only was he rapping, but Dominic was also producing music as well because of the lack of resources, forcing him to do much of the work himself. Then him and his friends eventually founded the group Lame Boys Entertainment, which is why he has LBE tatted on his forehead. Most of his music was rap music, and a handful of his old songs, projects, and music videos can still be found online to this day. Dominic was building a small fan base and getting a little bit of buzz in Florida, sort of going the SoundCloud rapper route. In the mid-2010s, you can see tweets from fans reposting his music, saying they loved his songs, and even mentioning that he had done some live shows. In 2015, him and his friends even got booked to perform at Rolling Loud. He details some of these experiences on the song West Coast Collective. Then in 2016, Dominic was trying to capture different emotions, so he started using the guitar in his music. He began experimenting with rock, pop, and other similar genres. However, in 2016, something happened that would change Dominic's life forever. In the summer of 2016, Dominic's younger brother got into a fight. A police officer jumped in trying to break it up, and Dominic also tried to break it up to help his brother. In the process of getting people off of his brother, he ended up pushing a cop. They charged Dom with a felony and placed him on house arrest for 6 months. Other than leaving to go to work at a juice shop, Dominic...
Why is it that, like, almost every musician's life is so rocky? You know? Like, yo, you can't just be normal. You feel me? You can't just be a normal ass kid. Like, that is crazy. But yeah, I don't talk about stuff like running with the law, because, not gonna lie, I be a good law-abiding citizen. You feel me? It was just like, yo, that upbringing was rocky, bro. Like, if you can't tell, your boy from Ghana, West Africa, bro. Boy, broke your hell. But now we here trying to figure stuff out, bro. Whew. But, like, I feel it. Like, every musician just struggles. Every musician struggles.
Dominic had nothing but time, so he spent his time writing and recording an EP. His manager bought him some equipment so he could get to work. He had his guitar, his computer, and was in his room doing nothing but making music. Then he had to check in with his probation officer and failed a drug test, so they sent him to jail for 7 months. While in jail, Dominic kept writing music, but he was afraid that people would forget about him, so he asked his friend Reed to release the music that he had been working on during house arrest.
I thought it was not the best idea. It wasn't finished at the time, but he was very intent on putting it out. He felt like people were forgetting about him.
Let's make this clear. Startups are every...
December of 2017, they released the EP, Don't...
So, yeah. Yeah, I'm taking a little breaks in between it. Not like breaks, but, you know, like time stops in between. It's crazy. But yeah, we back at it. Let's go.
Wanted the music out, so then on his birthday in December of 2017, they released the EP, Don't Forget About Me demos. The EP performed better than anything he released, getting over 50,000 plays on SoundCloud in a week. Then, the labels got a hold of the project. Dominic himself isn't even sure how this got on the label's radars, but he thinks that maybe his artist friend Yeek showed it to some people in the industry. Regardless, labels wanted to meet with him so bad that they flew out to Florida and were talking to him over the computer screen at the jail. The labels thought that he had a ton of potential and saw a very bright future for his career, so a bidding war broke out. People also speculate that labels really wanted him because he perfectly fulfilled the, at the time, trendy SoundCloud rapper look. So why are people freaking out when he was signed, saying that he was either an industry plant or simply a ghost? Well, after the bidding war broke out, Dominic asked Reed to delete all of his music. He did this for a variety of reasons. Partially to build hype, partially to reintroduce himself to his audience as more of a singer, and partially because the demos weren't that great. They weren't finished, they needed new mixes, and required a lot of polishing. Meanwhile, the bidding...
I probably might do that. Now, it depends on how much people love these songs. Because I be releasing songs, I be thinking, who the fuck cares about these songs? You know what I mean? I be chilling and somebody hits me up and be like, bro, your song is really motivational. Your song really did a lot for me, like, going through this hard-ass time. Like, I listened to your song and it gave me, like, hope. And I was like, for word? Like, people really do be listening to me? Like, it was such a shock, you know? I was like, damn. So sometimes it's a conflict because I'm constantly thinking about, should I delete everything and start afresh, or should I change my whole artist name and reintroduce myself? Yeah. So hopefully some of y'all love some of my old stuff enough so that I keep it up. But right now, it's always a constant struggle, man. It's always a constant struggle. But yeah, let's get back to it.
war was still going on. Labels even signed his brother Alex, but Dom needed money soon. By this time he was out of jail, but both of his parents were on trial for more drug-related issues, so he needed money to get them lawyers. Him and his team drove up the price of the bid by showing labels what other ones were bidding, eventually signing a $4 million record deal with Columbia Records. After he signed, the label and them cleared the internet of the majority of his old work, with all that remains being just re-uploads from fans. When people caught wind of this, this is when everyone began accusing him of being an industry plant.
What do you think is the perception of you at the moment?
I'm an industry plant, the $4 million record.
Bro, that's how you know you made it. When people start calling you an industry plant, and they don't see the hard work that it took to get. Because not gonna even lie, it's not easy to get on these radars, bruh. Like, it's so hard as for us as a musician to make it in this industry. Cause, bro, like I remember the times I was going crazy on TikTok. You know, I was uploading three videos, 4 videos at a time, bro. Nothing. It was just like a little buzz. 2K 2K views. You know, 2K to like 1K likes. I mean, people are low key tapping in, right? Cause not gonna lie, the music is good, but they want to see some antics. They want to see something crazy like they never seen with the music video, or they want to see a whole new dance that could start a whole wave. And your boy do not be dancing. Your boy do not. And for the most part, the music I used to make in the past too was not really centered around dance. It was more about like, yo, I'm chilling, I'm vibing, yo, I'm getting this motivation. You feel me? So it was crazy because like, bro, these people do not be listening to you if you're a nobody, you feel me? So, and I see a whole bunch of people, like, my For You page, I don't know why, but I be getting a lot of, like, underground artists with 10 likes, 20 likes, and their music is really, really good. You know? Really good. So it's like, bro, shit, fuck it. If they say you're an industry plant, like, bro, if I get into the industry any day soon and they say I'm an industry plant, bro, that's me. I guess I'm a fucking industry plant. I guess I'm an industry plant. I'm planted out here. You feel me? But yeah, so let's continue. This is pretty good.
Deal. It's always the deal and the money before it's the music. As real as it gets, yo. I've made my shit from when I was a little ass kid.
People couldn't understand why an artist with no music or visible backstory was signed for such a big amount of money, but they would soon find out. Dominic and his team decided to revamp his previous EP, Don't Forget About Me Demos, and they released it in October of 2018. The day the EP released, Dominic had to drive his mom to jail to serve a 2-year sentence. It was a bittersweet day, but eventually the EP...
That video paused for me when I sipped my water. It was like, yo, he sipping water. Let it. That's crazy. Shout out you, video.
would end up blowing up, especially the song 3 Nights. 3 Nights landed in the top 10 of the charts, made it to the radio, made it to multiple Spotify playlists, was covered by multiple outlets, and even received cosigns from tons of popular artists. The song also went 2 times platinum. Dominic Fike was blowing up, so he went on tour. His skill was evident, and he was quickly nullifying the industry plant accusations and the ghost-like comments. But then Dominic
you see, that's how you do it, right? You enter, people say you're an industry plant, then you show them why you're not an industry plant. Bro, you know, you pop up with some sick-ass hits, people will be like, oh, shoot, this talent is undeniable. We cannot be calling him an industry plant, and that will fall off. But yo, as you can see, bro, my background, we got all Drake. Now, despite what y'all gonna say about Drizzy Drake, he the greatest, not gonna lie. For me. Because who you know is a multi-genre artist going through almost every genre and dominating for a minimum of a decade. Come on. Drizzy the GOAT. I'm not talking about no lyrical, spiritual, individual rap, because I really do respect the lyrical rap. I do. That's where everything came from. But you gotta respect the chameleon. You gotta respect the person who can blend into everything. You feel me? Like, that is not easy. Going from genre to genre, that is not easy. And being good at it, or even if it's not good, being decent at it to make a catchy tune, come on. Gotta give that man his flowers. So that's why Drizzy is my GOAT, personally. But hey, back to the video.
Had another problem on his hands. He went from being basically a nobody to a famous artist with $4 million. This put a ton of stress on him, especially since he was fresh out of jail, taking care of his struggling family, and still needing to pay the label back. He got heavily involved in the rock star lifestyle, partying, renting out yachts, and getting heavily addicted to drugs. His business manager would call him saying things like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Why do these artists like drugs so much? Why do they like drugs? Every single thing drugs. Every single thing drugs. What? Why? Why y'all like that, man? Y'all got all this money, all this fame, all this stuff, and you still want to do drugs? Come on, man. Y'all know better. Y'all know better. Okay? Stop doing that. Please. We need you to release some good music. Stop with all these drugs. But it's not nothing to joke with. If you're really addicted to drugs, you gotta seek help. Go to those programs, rehabilitation programs. Because I know we talk about it, but I know we don't talk about it. Because come on, this is the first time you're hearing from me. But like, man, you need help. You feel me? But yeah, let's go.
Dominic also said that his family situation wasn't great. It seemed like on top of the pressure of having to make a successful album and pay the label back, he was also dealing with the pressure of taking care of those around him, both his family and friends that he came up with. The pressure of making an album accompanied with writer's block made it a very difficult process for Dom to get through. Regardless, throughout 2019, Dominic released songs like Acai Bowl, Rollerblades, and Phone Numbers, which were all fairly successful. He also collaborated with Kevin Abstract on the song Peach, which was also a very successful song, but the label and the fans still wanted an album. And as GQ said, he had to record a proper album that proved he was worthy of the next big thing hype generated by his deal.
I still have this mindset of like being here and having to get that next
no homo though
check or making sure that we're just like, and it has influenced.
I'm saying no homo, he's a good looking dude. Because I feel like the industry also has a standard. Not really for rap, but like maybe pop stars. Cause think of it, most pop stars are good looking people. When you really think about it, pop at least. Hip hop, you could be ugly as hell, because hip hop's about the raw, the gritty, the street. You feel me? But pop stars, like think, all these pop stars be cute, all handsome, all beautiful. So like really think about it. So that's an image,
Those decisions, but we're kind of dialing it back. I feel safer now.
So after a few singles, Dominic Fike released the album What Could Possibly Go Wrong in July of 2020.
This is your brain album when you're struggling to focus, and this is your brain when you're in the zone.
Eventually,
in the zone and staying there. That feels more like luck than something you can control.
Come on,
so that's why we made Brain
curse
FM.
out.
It's like a do not disturb setting.
The album received.
Eventually in the future, when I make a bag or something constant, I'm gonna get the YouTube Premium. But for now, your boy is still on some basic YouTube stuff. So I'm sorry about the ads. I'm sorry. We're gonna get through this.
Plenty of mixed reviews, and it didn't quite live up to the hype. Personally, I loved it.
I loved it too, man.
As well, songs like "Why," "Vampire," "Politics and Violence," and more
those are some
performed fairly well, some of which
some good ass songs.
Play. But there was this theme throughout the album of hating fame, which was especially visible on the song Cancel Me, a song about how Dom wishes he could get canceled so he could go back to his normal life. And it is very understandable. Dominic Fike went from being a struggling kid trying to make it as a rapper to a famous pop star with a $4 million record deal. It was weird and it came with a lot of troubles, so Dominic wrote songs about it. It was so evident that even Rolling Stone critiqued it in their review of the album. There were a lot of critiques of the album, many of which Dom saw, and he even alluded to Anthony Fantano's review in another interview, since Anthony Fantano gave him a 4 out of 10. Dominic himself even said
Fantano be so harsh with these reviews, bro. These albums be genuinely good, bro. I can listen to an album sonically, bro. The album doesn't have to be a super complex, double, quadruple entendre ass album with 4 different meanings. No, it could be just a vibe you fucking with. You feel me? A vibe you chilling. If you do not want to be fucking with these albums, just I guess everybody got their own opinion. That's what it is. Everybody got their own opinions. That's how we gonna leave it.
he could have been more proud of his first album. But after the release of his first album, it was like a pressure had been lifted off of his shoulders. After he released What Could Possibly Go Wrong and failed a first audition for Euphoria due to being on drugs, Dominic decided to take a step back from the life he had been living. He went to rehab and was getting clean. And when the director of Euphoria heard this, he reached out to Dom to bring him onto the show. Since
hey, you see? you gotta get help. You know, you gotta get help from addictions. I know that's why it's addictive. You know, but you gotta go to rehab. Like he's doing it. You know, he got clean, and they put him on a show. But it's so ironic that he put him on the show as a druggie too. Oh, like that would make it so easy for him to relapse if he wanted to relapse. You know, that is crazy work.
Landing a role in Euphoria, HBO Max's second biggest show, Dominic has entered a whole new lane and gained a whole new following, especially since he had a really popular song on that show as well. Despite the first album not being the huge hit that him, the label, and some fans wanted it to be, a huge weight was lifted off of Dom's shoulders since it was released. He was getting more used to the position he was in, collecting accolades as the years went on. He even said, "With the first album, I was in a much different place. I felt the pressure. Now I don't even think about that. It's not about that." Dominic Fike is now preparing to release his sophomore album, Sunburn, and it'll actually be out by the time this video's out, and I'm sure it'll be amazing.
I liked that album. It was such a vibe too. That album was such a vibe. Especially Think Fast. Oh my goodness, that song was... Ooh, that was a... Think fast, you only get one try. Ah! Do something to me, but yeah.
But with this album, Dom is beginning to start a new era.
Yeah, I'm done talking about it. I'm down to close that chapter of my life. Yeah. You know, I feel like when I first kind of got here, it was all about where I came from, how I emerged from a jail cell or whatever and made it into this foreign, you know, industry, and now I'm talking about how the growing up here has affected my life now, and I'm kind of just ready to move on with life.
It seems like with this new album, Dominic Fike is done with the past and is ready to move forward with his career, his life, and his music. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did,
thank you to Matty Balls for making such a good research video. You know, like that's his bag. You know, some people are good at investigating and learning about artists and, you know, putting one and two pieces together. So we really appreciate people like you guys. Like, you're awesome. So shout out to Matty Balls, bro. I probably will use a lot of your videos, not just use it out of just using it, but like, you know, so we can have a discussion about it, because the whole goal of this channel is to inspire young artists or young creatives or young dreamers in total, whatever you're dreaming, right, to chase it. Since this is the first video, it might be a little bit longer, but hopefully y'all stick to the end, because I feel like I'm a really positive person despite everything I've been through. So I just want to be the pillar of encouragement for every young dreamer to continue to chase their dreams regardless of how hard it seems, man. This life is hard, but sometimes the struggles make us stronger people, you know. So we got to look at it that way, that whatever we going through is making us strong. Like, you know, how diamonds have to go through fire to get super hard and super strong. That's the same way we got to be, you know. As artists, we are diamonds in the rough, going through fire, going through constant rejection. They're going to tell you no so many times, man. Like, you're going to think you're not good enough so many times. And it's pretty normal, because we are on our biggest haters for the most part, right? But you got to remember that you want this enough. You want this bad enough that you're going to put in the work to make this shit work, regardless of how long it takes you. Because not gonna lie, it might take you a short time, because some people are lucky, or some people got their time is before other people, right? But whatever you do, no matter how you feeling, do not give up. Do not give up. Y'all stay motivated, y'all stay blessed, y'all stay creative, y'all stay artistic. I love you guys, and I'll upload more videos for you guys, because y'all awesome. So stay awesome, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Peace.
I'm too fucked up. I'm too fucked up. I'm too fucked up. Try to keep pay me up. Try to keep pay me up. Try to keep pay me up. Jay Skylander. I'm too fucked up now. 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 Try to keep pay me up.